Hello, friend. We are glad you are here. However you found your way to this tonight, whether you searched for something to quiet your mind, or you simply needed to hear a voice in the dark, you are here now. And that is enough. Before we begin, we want to say something to you. The prophets are not what people sometimes think they are. We hear the word prophet and we imagine someone pointing a finger, someone issuing warnings, someone full of thunder and severity. And yes, there is fire in these pages. There is honesty. There is a God who does not look away from the brokenness of the world or the wandering of his people. But if you listen closely, and tonight you will have time to listen closely, you will find that the prophets are also the tenderest voices in all of Scripture. It is the prophets who hear God say, "I have loved thee with an everlasting love." It is the prophets who carry the promise, "I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands." It is the prophets who speak of a day when every tear will be wiped away, when the desert will bloom, when the mourning will end and the oil of joy will come. It is the prophets who say, in the dark of exile and the silence of abandonment, his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. These words were written for people who had lost everything, people who did not know if God still remembered them, people who were far from home, far from hope, far from any visible reason to keep trusting. And God sent his word to them anyway, into the dark, into the exile, into the night. He is sending it to you tonight too. So get comfortable, pull the covers close, let your breathing slow. You do not need to follow along or stay awake or remember anything. Just let the words come. Let the ancient voices speak. Let the God who called these prophets, who put his words in their mouths and sent them out into the world, let him speak over you now in the quiet. He has not forgotten you. He knows your name. He knows what this week has cost you. And he has things to say to you tonight that only the prophets know how to carry. So rest now and let us begin. From the book of Isaiah, chapter 1. Come now and let us reason together, saith Jehovah. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Chapter 6. The vision of the Lord. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is Jehovah of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the foundations of the thresholds shook at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King, Jehovah of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphim unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he touched my mouth with it, and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin forgiven. And I heard the voice of the Lord, saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here am I, send me. Chapter 9. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David, and upon his kingdom, to establish it, and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Jehovah of hosts will perform this. Chapter 11. And there shall come forth a shoot out of the stock of Jesse, and a branch out of his roots shall bear fruit. And the Spirit of Jehovah shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Jehovah. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Jehovah, as the waters cover the sea. Chapter 25. And in this mountain will Jehovah of hosts make unto all peoples a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the lees, of fat things full of marrow, of wines on the lees well refined. He hath swallowed up death forever, and the Lord Jehovah will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the reproach of his people will he take away from off all the earth, for Jehovah hath spoken it. And it shall be said in that day, Lo, this is our God. We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is Jehovah. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. Chapter 26. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in Jehovah forever, for in Jehovah, even Jehovah, is an everlasting rock. Chapter 28. He will teach him knowledge and make him understand the message. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Chapter 30. In returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And therefore will Jehovah wait, that he may be gracious unto you. And therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Jehovah is a God of justice. Blessed are all they that wait for him. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Chapter 32. And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and confidence forever. And my people shall abide in a peaceable habitation, and in safe dwellings, and in quiet resting places. Chapter 33. Jehovah is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with justice and righteousness. And there shall be stability in thy times, abundance of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold a land that reacheth afar. Chapter 35. The wilderness and the dry land shall be glad, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. It shall blossom abundantly, and rejoice even with joy and singing. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb shall sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. And the glowing sand shall become a pool, and the thirsty ground springs of water. And the ransomed of Jehovah shall return, and come with singing unto Zion. And everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Chapter 38. I said, I shall not see Jehovah, even Jehovah, in the land of the living. The living, he shall praise thee, as I do this day. The father to the children shall make known thy truth. Jehovah is ready to save me. Chapter 40. Comfort ye my people, saith your God. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, that she hath received of Jehovah's hand double for all her sins. The voice of one that crieth, Prepare ye in the wilderness the way of Jehovah. Make level in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the uneven shall be made level, and the rough places a plain. And the glory of Jehovah shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of Jehovah hath spoken it. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs in his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that have their young. Who hath measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and meted out heaven with the span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales, and the hills in a balance. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? The everlasting God, Jehovah, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to him that hath no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait for Jehovah shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Chapter 41. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. For I, Jehovah thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Jehovah, and thy Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Chapter 42. Behold my servant whom I uphold, my chosen in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the Gentiles. A bruised reed will he not break, and a dimly burning wick will he not quench. He will bring forth justice and truth. I, Jehovah, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thy hand and will keep thee. Chapter 43. But now thus saith Jehovah that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am Jehovah thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. Since thou hast been precious in my sight and honorable, and I have loved thee, therefore will I give men in thy stead and peoples in thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. Thou art my witnesses, saith Jehovah, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Even I am Jehovah, and besides me there is no Savior. Chapter 44. Fear thou not, O Jacob my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and streams upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. Sing, O ye heavens, for Jehovah hath done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing, ye mountains, O forest, and every tree therein. For Jehovah hath redeemed Jacob, and will glorify himself in Israel. Chapter 45. I am Jehovah, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I am Jehovah that doeth all these things. Look unto me, and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth. For I am God, and there is none else. Chapter 46. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, that have been born by me from their birth, that have been carried from the womb. Even to old age I am he, and even to hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Yea, I will carry, and will deliver. Chapter 48. Thus saith Jehovah thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Jehovah thy God, who teacheth thee to profit, who leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. O that thou hadst hearkened to my commandments! Then had thy peace been as a river, and thy righteousness as the waves of the sea. Chapter 49. But Zion said, Jehovah hath forsaken me, and the Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, these may forget, yet will not I forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Chapter 50. The Lord Jehovah hath given me the tongue of them that are taught, that I should know how to sustain with words him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth mine ear to hear as they that are taught. The Lord Jehovah hath opened mine ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away backward. Who is among you that feareth Jehovah, that obeyeth the voice of his servant? He that walketh in darkness and hath no light, let him trust in the name of Jehovah, and rely upon his God. Chapter 51. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek Jehovah. Look unto the rock whence ye were hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye were digged. For Jehovah hath comforted Zion. He hath comforted all her waste places, and hath made her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of Jehovah. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving, and the voice of melody. So the ransomed of Jehovah shall return, and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Even I, am he that comforteth you. Chapter 52. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, Thy God reigneth. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when Jehovah returneth to Zion. Break forth into joy, sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem. For Jehovah hath comforted his people, he hath redeemed Jerusalem. Chapter 53. Who hath believed our message? And to whom hath the arm of Jehovah been revealed? For he grew up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hide their face he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and Jehovah hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, yet he humbled himself and opened not his mouth. As a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and as a sheep that before its shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By the knowledge of himself shall my righteous servant justify many, and he shall bear their iniquities. Chapter 54. Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thy Maker is thy husband, Jehovah of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel is thy Redeemer. The God of the whole earth shall he be called. For Jehovah hath called thee as a wife forsaken and grieved in spirit, even a wife of youth, when she is cast off, saith thy God. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In overflowing wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting loving kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Jehovah thy Redeemer. For the mountains may depart, and the hills be removed, but my loving kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall my covenant of peace be removed, saith Jehovah that hath mercy on thee. Chapter 55. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Seek ye Jehovah while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Jehovah, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Jehovah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, and giveth seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. For ye shall go out with joy, and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Chapter 56. For thus saith the Lord Jehovah, who gathereth the outcasts of Israel. Yet will I gather others to him, besides his own that are gathered. Chapter 57. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite. Peace, peace, to him that is far off and to him that is near, saith Jehovah, and I will heal him. Chapter 58. And Jehovah shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in dry places, and make strong thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. Chapter 60. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Jehovah is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the peoples. But Jehovah will arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But Jehovah will be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For Jehovah will be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Chapter 61. The Spirit of the Lord Jehovah is upon me, because Jehovah hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the year of Jehovah's favor, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to give unto them a garland for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Jehovah, that he might be glorified. Chapter 62. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until her righteousness go forth as brightness, and her salvation as a lamp that burneth. Thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of Jehovah shall name. As the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee. Chapter 63. I will make mention of the loving kindnesses of Jehovah, and the praises of Jehovah, according to all that Jehovah hath bestowed on us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he hath bestowed on them according to his mercies, and according to the multitude of his loving kindnesses. In all their affliction he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved them. In his love and in his pity he redeemed them, and he bare them and carried them all the days of old. Chapter 64. But now, O Jehovah, thou art our Father. We are the clay, and thou our potter, and we all are the work of thy hand. Chapter 65. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former things shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And there shall be heard in her no more the voice of weeping and the voice of crying. Chapter 66. Thus saith Jehovah, Heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. What manner of house will ye build unto me? And what place shall be my rest? For all these things hath my hand made, and so all these things came to be, saith Jehovah. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and that trembleth at my word. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you. From the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 1. Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee. And Jehovah said unto me, Say not, I am a child. For to whomsoever I shall send thee thou shalt go, and whatsoever I shall command thee thou shalt speak. Be not afraid because of them, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Jehovah. Then Jehovah put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Jehovah said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Chapter 15. Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy words were unto me a joy and the rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thy name, O Jehovah, God of hosts. Chapter 17. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Jehovah, and whose trust Jehovah is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, that spreadeth out its roots by the river, and shall not fear when heat cometh, but its leaf shall be green, and shall not cease from yielding fruit. Heal me, O Jehovah, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for thou art my praise. Chapter 20. But Jehovah is with me as a mighty one and a terrible. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. Chapter 23. Behold, the days come, saith Jehovah, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and he shall reign as king and deal wisely, and shall execute justice and righteousness in the land. Chapter 29. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Jehovah, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you hope in your latter end. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart, and I will be found of you, saith Jehovah. Chapter 30. Fear thou not, O Jacob my servant, saith Jehovah, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be quiet and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, saith Jehovah, to save thee. Chapter 31. At that time, saith Jehovah, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith Jehovah, the people that were left of the sword found favor in the wilderness, even Israel when I went to cause him to rest. Jehovah appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Again will I build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by rivers of waters, in a straight way wherein they shall not stumble, for I am a father to Israel. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a darling child? For as often as I speak against him, I do earnestly remember him still. Therefore my heart yearneth for him. I will surely have mercy upon him, saith Jehovah. Behold, the days come, saith Jehovah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. I will put my law in their inward parts, and in their heart will I write it. And I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know Jehovah. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Jehovah. For I will forgive their iniquity, and their sin will I remember no more. Thus saith Jehovah, who giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night. If these ordinances depart from before me, saith Jehovah, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Chapter 32. Behold, I am Jehovah, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Chapter 33. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and will show thee great things and difficult, which thou knowest not. Chapter 50. In those days and in that time, saith Jehovah, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I leave as a remnant. From the book of Lamentations. Chapter 1. Is it nothing to you, all ye that pass by? Behold, and see if there be any sorrow like unto my sorrow, which is done unto me, wherewith Jehovah hath afflicted me in the day of his fierce anger. Jehovah is righteous, for I have rebelled against his commandment. Hear, I pray you, all ye peoples, and behold my sorrow. Chapter 3. I am the man that hath seen affliction by the rod of his wrath. He hath led me and caused me to walk in darkness, and not in light. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of Jehovah's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Jehovah is my portion, saith my soul, therefore will I hope in him. Jehovah is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Jehovah. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Let him sit alone and keep silence, because he hath laid it upon him. For the Lord will not cast off forever, for though he cause grief, yet will he have compassion according to the multitude of his loving kindnesses. For he doth not afflict willingly, nor grieve the children of men. Let us search and try our ways, and turn again to Jehovah. Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto God in the heavens. Thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee. Thou saidst, Fear not. O Lord, thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life. From the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, like the appearance of torches. The fire went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth beside the living creatures, for each of the four faces thereof. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel within a wheel. Chapter 11. And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you. And I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them a heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes, and keep mine ordinances, and do them. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. Chapter 18. Cast away from you all your transgressions, wherein ye have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die, O house of Israel? For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, saith the Lord Jehovah. Wherefore turn yourselves and live. Chapter 34. For thus saith the Lord Jehovah, Behold, I myself, even I, will search for my sheep, and will seek them out. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered abroad, so will I seek out my sheep, and I will deliver them out of all places whither they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. I will feed them with good pasture, and upon the mountains of the height of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie down in a good fold, and on fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. I myself will be the shepherd of my sheep, and I will cause them to lie down, saith the Lord Jehovah. I will seek that which was lost, and will bring back that which was driven away, and will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. And I will make with them a covenant of peace. Chapter 36. And I will give you a new heart, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep mine ordinances and do them. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Chapter 37. The Valley of Dry Bones. The hand of Jehovah was upon me, and he carried me out in the spirit of Jehovah, and set me down in the midst of the valley, and it was full of bones. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Jehovah, thou knowest. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, an earthquake. And the bones came together, bone to its bone. And I beheld, and lo, there were sinews upon them, and flesh came up, and skin covered them above. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, Son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord Jehovah, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried up, and our hope is lost. We are clean cut off. Therefore prophesy, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Jehovah, Behold, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, O my people, and I will bring you into the land of Israel. And I will put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I will place you in your own land. And ye shall know that I, Jehovah, have spoken it and performed it, saith Jehovah. Chapter 47. Afterward he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. And he said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen this? Then said he unto me, These waters issue forth toward the eastern region, and shall go down into the Arabah, and they shall go toward the sea. Into the sea shall the waters go which were made to issue forth, and the waters shall be healed. And it shall come to pass, that every living creature which swarmeth in every place whither the rivers come shall live, and there shall be a very great multitude of fish. For these waters are come thither, and the waters of the sea shall be healed, and everything shall live whithersoever the river cometh. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow every tree for food, whose leaf shall not wither, neither shall the fruit thereof fail. It shall bring forth new fruit every month, because the waters thereof issue out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for food, and the leaf thereof for healing. From the book of Daniel. Chapter 2. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that have understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who hast given me wisdom and might. Chapter 3. The fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste. He spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the aspect of the 4th is like a son of the gods. Chapter 6. Daniel in the lion's den. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem. And he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he had trusted in his God. Chapter 9. O my God, incline thine ear and hear. Open thine eyes and behold our desolations, and the city which is called by thy name. For we do not present our supplications before thee for our righteousness, but for thy great mercy's sake. O Lord, hear. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, hearken and do. Defer not for thine own sake, O my God. Chapter 12. And they that are wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou go thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and shalt stand in thy lot at the end of the days. From the minor prophets. Hosea 2. And I will betroth thee unto me forever. Yea, I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness, and in justice, and in loving kindness, and in mercies. I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know Jehovah. Hosea 6. Come and let us return unto Jehovah, for he hath torn, and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. On the 3rd day he will raise us up, and we shall live before him. And let us follow on to know Jehovah. His going forth is sure as the morning, and he will come unto us as the rain, as the latter rain that watereth the earth. Hosea 11. When Israel was a child, then I loved him, and called my son out of Egypt. How shall I give thee up, Ephraim? How shall I cast thee off, Israel? Mine heart is turned within me, my compassions are kindled together. I will not execute the fierceness of mine anger, I will not return to destroy Ephraim. For I am God and not man, the Holy One in the midst of thee, and I will not come in wrath. Hosea 14. I will heal their backsliding, I will love them freely. For mine anger is turned away from him. I will be as the dew unto Israel, he shall blossom as the lily. Who is wise that he may understand these things, prudent that he may know them? For the ways of Jehovah are right, and the just shall walk in them. Joel 2. And it shall come to pass afterward, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call on the name of Jehovah shall be delivered. Yet even now, saith Jehovah, turn ye unto me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. And rend your heart and not your garments, and turn unto Jehovah your God. For he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abundant in loving kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Amos 4. Prepare to meet thy God. Amos 5. Seek Jehovah, and ye shall live. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so Jehovah, the God of hosts, will be with you. Amos 9. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up its ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And I will bring back the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be plucked up out of their land which I have given them, saith Jehovah thy God. Obadiah. For the day of Jehovah is near upon all the nations. But upon Mount Zion there shall be those that escape, and it shall be holy. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the kingdom shall be Jehovah's. Jonah 2. I called by reason of mine affliction unto Jehovah, and he answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol cried I, and thou heardest my voice. For thou didst cast me into the depth, in the heart of the seas, and the flood was round about me. All thy waves and thy billows passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out from before thine eyes, yet I will look again toward thy holy temple. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered Jehovah, and my prayer came in unto thee, into thy holy temple. They that regard lying vanities forsake their own mercy, but I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that which I have vowed. Salvation is of Jehovah. Micah 4. But in the latter days it shall come to pass, that the mountain of the house of Jehovah shall be established on the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Jehovah, and to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. And they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of Jehovah of hosts hath spoken it. Micah 5. But thou, Bethlehem Ephrathah, which art little to be among the thousands of Judah, out of thee shall one come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth are from of old, from everlasting. And he shall stand, and shall feed his flock in the strength of Jehovah, in the majesty of the name of Jehovah his God. And they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth, and this man shall be our peace. Micah 6. He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth Jehovah require of thee, but to do justly, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with thy God. Micah 7. Who is a God like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth over the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in loving kindness. He will again have compassion upon us. He will tread our iniquities under foot, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the loving kindness to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. Nahum 1. Jehovah is slow to anger and great in power. Jehovah is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that take refuge in him. Habakkuk 2. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Jehovah, as the waters cover the sea. Habakkuk 3. Jehovah, I have heard the report of thee, and I was afraid. Jehovah, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make it known. In wrath remember mercy. God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Though the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no food. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in Jehovah, I will joy in the God of my salvation. Jehovah, the Lord, is my strength, and he maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and will make me to walk upon my high places. Zephaniah 3. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. Jehovah hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even Jehovah, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not fear evil any more. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not. O Zion, let not thy hands be slack. Jehovah thy God is in the midst of thee, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who were of thee, to whom the burden upon her was a reproach. Behold, at that time I will deal with all them that afflict thee, and I will save that which is lame, and gather that which was driven away, and I will make them a praise and a name, whose shame hath been in all the earth. Haggai 2. Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith Jehovah, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith Jehovah, and work. For I am with you, saith Jehovah of hosts. The latter glory of this house shall be greater than the former, saith Jehovah of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith Jehovah of hosts. Zechariah 2. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith Jehovah. And many nations shall join themselves to Jehovah in that day, and shall be my people. Zechariah 4. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Jehovah of hosts. Zechariah 8. Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, I am jealous for Zion with great jealousy. Thus saith Jehovah, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in those days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith Jehovah of hosts. Fear not, let your hands be strong. Zechariah 9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass, even upon a colt, the foal of an ass. And he shall speak peace unto the nations, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for thee also, because of the blood of thy covenant I have set free thy prisoners from the pit, wherein is no water. Return to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Zechariah 12. And I will pour upon the house of David, and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the spirit of grace and of supplication, and they shall look unto him whom they have pierced. Zechariah 13. And it shall come to pass in that day, that there shall be a fountain opened to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, for sin and for uncleanness. Malachi 1. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same my name is great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense is offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name is great among the Gentiles, saith Jehovah of hosts. Malachi 3. For I, Jehovah, change not. Therefore ye, O sons of Jacob, are not consumed. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith Jehovah of hosts. Bring ye the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house, and prove me now herewith, saith Jehovah of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. They shall be mine, saith Jehovah of hosts, even mine own possession in the day that I make, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Malachi 4. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in its wings, and ye shall go forth, and gambol as calves of the stall. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the great and terrible day of Jehovah come, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Closing from the last prophet to the first morning. You have come a long way tonight. You began in the throne room of God, with Isaiah on the floor, undone by the holiness he had seen. You heard the voice of the servant who would come, the one who would bear grief, carry sorrows, be wounded for transgressions not his own. You sat with Jeremiah in his anguish and heard him say, through tears, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. You walked the valley of dry bones with Ezekiel and watched a nation breathe again. You rested in Lamentations, in the most broken book in all of Scripture, and found the most beautiful line, his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. New every morning. You heard the minor prophets, all 12 of them, in their grief and their rage and their wonder. You heard Jonah crying out of the deep. You heard Habakkuk, with everything stripped away, say, yet will I rejoice. You heard Zephaniah carry the most tender promise in all the Bible, that God rejoices over his people with singing, that the Almighty, the one who flung the stars into place, sings over you. And then it ended where it always ends before the New Testament begins, with Malachi, standing at the edge of 400 years of silence, pointing toward a morning that was coming. The morning came. You know how the story continues. You have heard it before, or you will hear it again. The child in the manger, the voice crying in the wilderness, the hillside sermon, the cross, the empty tomb, the Spirit poured out, the letters written from prison, the vision of the city where there are no more tears. But tonight you sat with the prophets, and the prophets were enough. They were sent to people in exile, people far from home, far from hope, living in the ruins of everything they had trusted. And into that silence, into that dark, God sent his word. Not answers, not explanations, not a plan that made sense yet. Just a voice, just a promise, just I have not forgotten you. I know your name, I am coming, hold on. He is saying the same things to you tonight. Whatever you are in the middle of, whatever the exile looks like in your own life, you are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. The compassions that did not fail for a nation in ruins will not fail for you in this bed, in this dark, in this quiet. His mercies are new every morning, and the morning is coming. Sleep well, dear friend. The God who spoke through the prophets is still speaking, and he has not stopped watching over you. If this reading brought you peace tonight, we would love for you to share it. Leave a comment and tell us where you are in the world. Tell us which passage found you. Tell us you were here. We are praying for you. Come, Lord Jesus. Good night.